Hello you guys and welcome back to my vlog. So first of all, welcome back. It's it's been a while and I have a somewhat good reason for that, which is मैं books ही नहीं पढ़ रही थी. Last year I honestly did not read much. I don't know, hardly 10-20 books, which is not normal for me. And वो इतने ज़्यादा गैप पे थी कि I could not even talk about it. I had nothing to talk about in case of books, and I also moved from my hometown, as you can see from the change in background and everything. So that is why I know nobody cares, but I sincerely apologize. So आज we are going to talk about to hold myself accountable for the number of books I'm reading this year, because I want to do better than last year. Honestly, last year was not it reading wise. अगर channel बनाया तो at least have some dignity. But anyways, so this year I am holding myself accountable by tracking my books in the Goodreads app. And honestly, the reason I wanted to make this vlog again was one book, because that book had me talking to myself after so long. First of all, I hadn't read romance in a long time, and I finally picked up one because I had seen and heard about it in so many places ki it's devastating and it will make you cry and it's heartbreaking, and I was like, mujhe rona hai. So I started it, and within 40 pages I was like, I think I'm going to start vlogging again. So thank you to that book. So first of all, I'm going to tell you, it's March in 2026, how many books I've read this year so far. What I thought about them, I've mostly forgotten, honestly. So that does not say a lot about the books, it says a lot about me. I have a goldfish's memory. Unless the book is like, what? I forget about it completely. I mean, I forget the plot. I'll have to read the summary. Sometimes even after reading the summary, I don't remember that this is the book I've read. I will forget the plot twist, because that's insane. Like, imagine His and Hers, Alice Feeney book, such a good book, such a famous book, like, wow, what a book. A Netflix series came out and I had forgotten about it completely. I knew I read it, I knew that I have read it, but I read it in 2022 I think, and I did not remember anything. तो मुझे शो देखने में उतना ही मज़ा आया because zero clue what's happening, what's the plot, because see, let me explain. There's so many similar plot lines. Like, I'm sure I have read so many other books that talk about a girl who is returning to her hometown to investigate something, or talk about something who's returning to her hometown after so many years, after a trauma she went through, and now she will dig everything up and get justice and everything. So सब भूल गई, ऐसा भी नहीं कि एक याद है, सभी भूल गई, सारी भूल गई सिमिलर वाली. तो there's that. So that's just me, that's just how I read books. I don't remember them, but they are here, not here, because यहाँ तो शायद कुछ भी नहीं है. But anyways, so let's talk about the books I have read in 2026 so far. So I started with My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. So to talk about it better, I will open it. I have my Goodreads app on my wait. So The Husband's Wife is a brink of a beauty, sets out to run away the first when she returns. Oh yes, this was such a cool concept. I do remember this book. So see, if you want to go in blind, like skip 30 to 40 to 50 seconds, nobody knows how much I will talk about this. So anyway, there's this woman who goes out on a day. I won't give you any spoilers, I will just give you like the prologue thingy. So there's a woman who goes out on her daily morning or evening or whatever run, where she doesn't carry a phone. She just goes out and runs, like no wallet, no phone, nothing. She goes out for a run, she comes back and her keys don't work, to open the main door. her keys don't work. So she rings the bell. She's like, what is happening? And another lady opens the door and she's like, ma'am, who are you? I live here. So excuse me, what? Interesting, right? Alice Feeney, after all. Concept very cool. Even her husband is like, I don't know this woman, please man, le jao inhe. So yeah, that's my husband's wife, hence the title, My Husband's Wife. So yeah, good read. Good read, get it? It was a nice thriller and I really enjoyed it. I finished it, which was a very big for me after so long. I hadn't read in a while, so yeah, very good. Then I read Dear Debbie by Frida McFadden, which was wait, I will tell you, don't worry. Debbie Mullen is losing for years. She writes a column. Okay, it was good. It was a Frida McFadden, fast chapters, fast paced. It did not blow my mind, honestly. I don't remember if it did. Then I read The Wife and the Widow by Christian White. Then I read Message Deleted by K.L. Slater. See, you see a pattern? I'm only reading thrillers because I have been reading thrillers for a while now. I haven't read romance in a very, very long time, okay? I'm not even kidding. Because I was not in the headspace to read a full on, banter and cutie and drama and love, because I just did not want to. So I was not reading any romance. I was just going through thrillers. So The Message Deleted by K.L. Slater, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, and if I'm not, please tell me. Nobody watches. Anyway, so this was a very nice book, very good thriller, mysterious. There's this woman, her friend texts her that, babe, I need help, don't call, don't text, just come to my place, like very emergency. There was no babe, it was just me. I need help. Imagine your best friend texts you, I need help, don't call, don't text, just come help. And then 30 seconds later the messages are deleted. WhatsApp, the message was deleted. That happens. And she was on her way to a job interview after a long gap of no jobs. So like, it was an important day for her, and she kept it aside and was like, bro, I'm going to go and help my friend. And the friend straight up denied everything. She was like, huh? What? Excuse me? No, I didn't call you, or whatever. And she was acting shady, and the girl didn't like her husband, and then everything goes on. Very good twists. Very nice book. Then I read Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now wait, before you say कि मैं तो romance नहीं पढ़ रही थी, I had started this, I don't know when. Okay, I had started this a long time back. I was not ready for it then. So I thought, because I love Taylor Jenkins Reid so much, I love her writing. Absolutely flawless. For me, I just love her writing. It's so simple and so beautiful. So I was like, I'll start with this. Maybe this will get me back into the romance genre. So I read this. Absolutely loved it, because honestly her books are different kind of romance from what I started reading. Like, not the bubbly, cutie, giggly romance, but like life wale romance. Like in this book, Forever Interrupted, is she gets married. She has a whirlwind romance with her love of her life. Skip if you don't want to hear about this, but she has a whirlwind romance, and within a week or two her husband dies, who she has met 6 months ago. Like peak of her love life, and the guy dies, and the book deals with the aftermath of that. So this is not a romance. This is a story about grief and dealing with her grief, and his mother who didn't even know that her son was married. So yeah, it's a sad book, I think. Yes, sad and beautiful. Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Then I read The Intruder by Frida McFadden, which was fun, fast again, twists, unexpected, obviously. मतलब जो obvious लग रहा होता है वो तो होता नहीं है. So that's what happened in this book as well. Then I read It's Not Her by Mary Kubica. I have seen this book in so many recommendation reels, like the book that had my jaw on the floor and everything. It's Not Her by Mary Kubica. In this, I don't remember it honestly, but I'm sure it was a good read because I finished it. If I don't like a book, I don't generally finish it, but I did read this completely with no gaps or with no breaks. So good book. Do not question the book just because I don't remember anything about it. I will try to make vlogs or videos or notes faster so I don't completely forget about it. Like जो मैंने अभी recent पढ़ी है, I will talk about those, don't you worry. Then I read Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson, in which I think the person loses their memory every time they go to sleep. Yes, bruh, because concept is nice, na? So your name, your identity, your past, even the people you love, all forgotten overnight. I'm just reading from the book summary, so you cannot tell me that I'm giving you any spoilers. Okay, shh. Then I read On a Quiet Street. Now this book, I was having so much fun reading. So this is a domestic thriller, which is my favorite genre. I think in thrillers, I love domestic thrillers. Small town or rich people and parochies and husbands and wives and neighbors drama. Love that. I mean, I was having so much fun. Not phone. I was having fun. I was not having phone. I was having so much fun that I made a whole drawing and table about it. Like the story was about let me show you. Should I show you? It's okay, I can show you. You can just delete it if it is boring or anything. So I had a whole, see, this, I don't know if you can see or what. This is little bit embarrassing. I'm not an artist. This is what I was drawing on a quiet street. So this story is about 3 couples. 1 couple, 2 couple, 3 couples. Okay, so who live in a very very posh neighborhood on the Upper East Side and everything. No, I think this was set in Britain. I'm not sure. I don't forget that part. Forgive me, but it was a very fun read. It was twisty. It was little bit wholesome and very nice book. So this was On a Quiet Street by Seraphina Nova Glass. I recommend. See, if I have read it, I finished it, I will recommend. Why not? Read, go. The next book I read was Guess Again by Charlie Donlea. This also I saw in a, books you should read that had my jaw on the floor and the best twist. So this was, don't remember. It's okay. Moving on, we have a lot to talk about. I'm already at 13 minutes, it's embarrassing. Then I read The Ones We Love by Anna Snoekstra. I do not remember this book. Tension bubbles in family newly transplanted to, and the oldest daughter wakes up bruised. Oh yeah, this was very fun. The Ones We Love. Not very fun. The concept was cool. They had me. I was, I've forgotten how to speak. I don't know how to use words. Anyway, so they had me in the first half. Not gonna lie, I was gonna say that, but that does not make any sense. They had me in the very first chapter because they immediately went into the plot. The thing they describe in the summary, immediately into that. Pehli chapter mein wahan pahunch gaye. There was no build up, there was no beating around the bush, directly. So that was fun. So yeah, I read that one too. Then I also read When She Escaped by Jenifer Ruff, which is a thriller again. This was very interesting. I really liked this book. So there was this woman who is trying to write a book, and she goes to a cabin to write, and suspicious things are happening. So yeah, this one was very good. When She Escaped by Jenifer Ruff. I'll mention these in the description if I remember. The comment kar dena, I will reply. So then I also read, which I finished just yesterday, Yellowface, which is a very famous book by Rebecca F. Kuang, and honestly, I didn't like it. I mean, boring. I found it boring. I did not enjoy it. The first The first quarter was okay, but after I hit the halfway mark, I was like, what else could happen? I mean, there was a twist, or there was a little bit of mystery, but I was not engaged enough to want to know कि क्या हो रहा है. I did not want to know, honestly. I could have left it, but I did finish it. I mean, I was reading one paragraph a chapter and I did not miss anything, which is weird. I want to be in a chokehold by the book. This was not it for me. So well written and everything else, but I don't find books like this very interesting. I'm also reading Notes from Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I'm trying, guys. See, I love him, but I'm also reading other books. And I'm currently starting You Are But Dust, which is a very cool psychological thriller where the protagonist, the narrator of our story, is slowly going insane apparently, but I've just started it. I'm only like 30 pages in, so we will see. We will review next time I'm here. No promises. Then let's talk about the book that got me back here after 16 minutes of yapper. It's okay. So the book I was talking about, which had me in the first 40 pages. You want me to tell the title first? No, wait. I will describe. No, I will tell the title. It's not like So the book is, I am sure you've heard about it, because even I heard about it. That's why I was reading it. Anyway, the book is The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. Oh my god. I picked it up because I saw a video, a TikTok, a reel, where a woman was legit crying after reading this book. Okay, so I was like, मुझे भी अपने आप को torture करना है, please. So I picked it up and I started it. So it starts with a letter. So I'm going to talk about this book now because ये मेरा चैनल है, मैं तो सब बता दूंगी तुम्हें क्या है. It's not a spoiler yet because romance में तो spoiler हो ही नहीं सकता ना वैसे भी. Anyways, so there's this guy, Ryan, his best friend, Beckett Gentry, Ryan's sister Ella, who's like 24 years old and has twins. She's a mom of twins. Are you following my timeline? Ryan's best friend Beckett, Ryan's sister Ella, who has twins. Their mom and dad both died at a very young age. So, and their grandma followed them. Ella inherited an Airbnb sort of thing which has a lot of cabins and everything. So she manages that along with the help of an elderly couple and some other friends. So small town situation. Ella and these two boys are in the military. Okay, these two boys are in the military, Ryan and Beckett, and special ops. So you can imagine the guys' descriptions. Okay, so now you can close the video if you don't want any spoilers or don't want to hear about the book or whatever, because मैं तो पूरा rant देने वाली हूँ. So this why I cried in the first 40 pages. This man and this man are best friends, but this man has no connections outside of the military. He has a dog and that's all he cares about, the dog and his best friend Ryan. So Ryan suggests that Ella starts writing letters to Beckett as well as Ryan. See, obviously वो भाई बहन है तो they do write letters to each other, but he suggests that she also writes letters to him because it will be good for him to have a connection or someone to share with, except for one guy in the whole universe. So they start writing letters to each other, very cutie letters, very start falling in love with each other, over 20 letters or something. Okay, and then she has twins, 6-year-olds, and one of them gets diagnosed with cancer. Oh my god, I was crying so much. And even before I had this is the first 40 pages, by the way. Okay, her daughter of the twins gets diagnosed with cancer, and within a week or two of the diagnosis, Ryan dies. Who hurt you, Rebecca? This is the first 40 pages of a romance book. What is wrong with you? So yeah, I think that's enough to talk about the book, or should I like give you the whole rant about it, because I was so devastated around the 40-page mark. I was crying, I was sobbing, and then I thought, okay, things are getting better. Things were, we started here, we went here, and then we were like going like this. We were stable for a while there. Close the video if you don't want any spoilers. And then in the last 50 pages, I legit died dead and went to cloud heaven Bhagwan ji, because it was so sad. Oh my god, I cannot. The way they have described everything, the way this, I'm not sure what I should do. Should I tell you? Maybe you're not a reader, maybe you're not going to read it, so I'll tell you. एक कहानी सुनाती हूँ. अब रोमांस बुक में क्या होता है? रोमांस होता है, कॉमेडी होती है, ड्रामा होता है. इसमें हार्ट ब्रेक हो रहा है. Ryan died. So after Ryan dies, this man, Beckett Gentry, who is her later friend, but she does not know his real name because confidentiality and special ops or secrets or whatever. So she only knew his call name, Chaos. So he also stops writing letters to her because he blames himself for his death. Ab ye, I mean, we don't know the details yet. We don't know what happened, but he leaves from there and comes to where Ella and Ryan live, to take care of her, because Ryan made him, Ryan wrote him a letter that please take care of her. Her daughter is not well. She will not ask for help. She will not even accept help unless you give it to her with full force. So please take care of her for me. So वो सब छोड़ छाड़ के उसके पास आ जाता है. I feel like I should not say more. I will make a separate video to tell you the entire story. This will now be a story time account and a book review account. Story time will be books I want to tell you a story about. So like, if you don't read, if you just want to listen to some stories, I'm here for you. If you don't want to read a book but you want to know what happens, I'm here for you. So yeah, this was the last letter by Rebecca Yarros, which led me here back on YouTube, because I really wanted to talk about it. Okay, I cried so much. It was all the hype that it had gotten. I was like, maybe they're being dramatic. They were not being dramatic. I had to leave, when I was reading the final 50 pages. Now, I had read the starting of the thing that was going to make me cry. So, my mind was on it constantly. But I had to leave for some work. But I could not put the book down. I was reading on my phone while sitting on the back of a bike and crying. And just crying in public. I went down the elevator with tears, thick, fat tears in my eyes. That's how sad the ending was. I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you, but this is what I'm here for. No, and I'm not here to spoil books for you. This is why I made a channel, because I need to talk about these things. And I warned you that you should dismantle the video at the 70-minute mark if you don't want any spoilers or anything like that. So you cannot blame this on me. So yeah, that's it for today, I think. Thank you for watching, if you're watching, and if you're still subscribing. I will update you as soon as possible. I am reading You Are But Dust, and I'm also wanting to start a romance novel, maybe a Taylor Jenkins Reid's one. I have some of her books, ebooks, that I haven't read yet, so maybe those. You'll know soon enough, hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's not make any promises, because I'm not good at this, but I'm good at that apparently. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.